那你跑下来，我来。
Hello guys, now you're watching the live streaming of CGTN and I'm the reporter Guo Tianqi. As you can see, we are here at a really grand festival ground and we are here at the Kangding City of Garzê, Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture of Southwest China Province, Sichuan. And here the sea level is about 3,000 meters above the sea level. And here today the weather is quite good, and today is actually the 8th day of the 4th month in the lunar calendar. So today is the birthday of the Buddha. In here is actually combining in Kangding City, combining the Tibetan culture and the Han ethnic culture. So today, people are gathering here in the most famous mountain, Shan. Also translated in English means the horse racing mountain. Look at there is a horse. But today we cannot see the horse racing game here at the horse racing mountain, but we can experience the traditional celebration for the Buddha's birthday. So let me welcome my guest Ding Zhu, a beautiful Tibetan girl. 给大家介绍一下自己吧。
Hello， 直播间的朋友们，大家好，我是木雅姑娘丁珠。那么我很高兴能参加我们4月8的转山会。
好，那我们就来看一下这个场地有什么好玩的吧。
好。
So now here we are at a level place in the Shan, the horse racing mountain. Actually, the mountain is beside the main city of the Kangding City. It's about 3,000 meters above the sea level, and the Kangding City is about 2,500 meters above the sea level. So actually climbing a mountain in that high altitude is not an easy thing. But here today, lots of local people, they choose to bring their families here to climb the mountain and bring lots of their traditional foods and gather together here to enjoy the sunshine and the music here at 跑马坪。那我们来聊一聊为什么这个转山会，现在这是耍把子对吧？
对。
那耍把子的来由是什么呢？我听一些本地人说，本来他们是在转山结束之后，就是在这个跑马山上休息一下，然后慢慢的就演变成了
一个非常传统的一个节日。对。那么今年跑马山转山会对于我们老康定的人来讲呢，是一个非常传统且吉祥的日子啊。然后以前的话就是这边会有的是一个很传统的叫转八角的一个节日，但是因为历史悠久，然后年纪大了嘛，然后年纪的原因，现在转变成了我们4月8的一个传统节日。那么我们转八角呢，也随之我们年纪越来越大，然后就已经停止了这个活动。对。
Actually, about 1,000 years ago, people are gathering in Kangding City to celebrate the Buddha's birthday, and actually the celebration will can be many days. 这不好走，我们要不要换一个地方？Can sustain so many days, and after that, because Kangding is actually at the border of the Sichuan Basin and the Tibetan Plateau. So here is actually the combining the culture interaction part of the Han ethnic and the Tibetan culture. So because of the location is so important, so this Kangding City has become a really important我们是不是能走这儿吗？ become an important part to let the commercial communicate between the Han ethnic and not other ethnic groups such as the Tibetan and Hui and Yi. So this place is becoming important and they can mix all those cultures here. So at the day of Buddha's birthday, people are coming to Kangding to pray for good fortune. 其实这康定它是属于很重要的一个交通枢纽，对吧？
对对，因为康定现在我们也是市嘛，然后其实这个我们跑马山这个活动的话，我个人觉得我也觉得挺盛大的，然后现在也越来越多的人来到我们康定，然后了解到我们康定，然后并且接受以及我们融入到我们康定，然后他们对我们4月8转山会也是挺了解的，对。
Yeah, after the people are gathering in Kangding to pray for good fortune and the good health for themselves and their families, they will do a really ritual thing, more like a religious ritual thing, because Kangding has lots of famous Tibetan temples like Nanmo Temple and the Jingang Temple, and people believe they can fulfill their wishes. So they choose to go around, circle the temple or the Paoma mountain or the whole city. So after they are circling the whole city and the Paoma mountain, they would like to have a rest here at the level ground in the Paoma mountain, horse racing mountain. So after hundreds of kind of rest, it became this 耍坝子, like it became a carnival lasting several days that people can gather together and climbing the mountains and rest their feet at this level ground here. 这个跑马的转山会，它其实这边会有一个就是盛大的表演，对吧？
对，我们这边的话，今天是有藏戏，还有我们的木雅锅庄，然后我们木雅锅庄的话，也是我老家贾更坝那边的，在跳，然后我们老乡已经在那边准备了，所以说我个人的话也是很期待的，对。因为我自己的话一直在外地上学，然后又工作，其实来到家乡的时间也不是特别的多，然后我也非常的感谢这次活动，然后你们也邀请到我来参加，我觉得这是一件我非常高兴的事情。对。
Dinju told me her hometown has a very traditional Guozhuang dancing, is also famous in all the Tibetan region. Called it's 你可以给我们展示一下怎么跳锅庄吗？
锅庄我只是
那等一下也可以好。
我跟他们等一下可以跟他们一起。
可以。She told me in her hometown people are really like dancing guozhuang. It's like a Tibetan style tapping dance, and she told me that her friends from her hometown have also arrived and in the horse racing mountain, and after a while she can perform a little bit dancing for us and with her friend from her homeland. 你的家乡就是在这个康定附近，对吧？
对，康定贾更坝。然后我们木雅锅庄他们等一下肯定会表演的，然后他们也是我们就是邻居村嘛，也算是就是同一个村，他们在表演。然后木雅锅庄的话是比较有历史的一个舞蹈，然后我自己的话，因为年纪原因，可能我就是表演出来的话，可能没有像他们那么的有看头那样。对。
She told me today's performer of Muya Guozhuang dancing are from her neighboring village, so she's looking forward to see the performance, to enjoy the performance with us. And 你可以跟我们讲一下什么叫木雅吗？木雅是指的这一片康定附近的这一片藏区，对吧？
对，木雅就是我们那一带可能木雅的话，我们自己也有自己的一种语言，然后它的话就是在书本上也是没有存在出来，没有写出来的，对。
木雅，I've asked some local Tibetan people that Muya means an area that contains Kangding City, the capital of the Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture of Garzê and other neighboring village and counties. including a very famous county called Xinduqiao. That place is it's not only famous of his history and the myth and the legend. The myth and legend is about the princess Wencheng, or when she coming to Xizang to Tibetan to marry to Songzhan Ganbu in the 7th century, and she when she is passing by Xinduqiao and she saw the land is really beautiful, so she after she arrived in Lhasa, and the god sent 5 ships to carry the soils from Xinduqiao to Lhasa to build the Grand Palace. So, and the drawing on the facade of the Lhasa's palace are still having the 5 ships carrying soils to build the palace of Lhasa. And I have to show you something, is that actually yesterday, the day before yesterday, we also went to Xinduqiao to visit a very special Tibetan opera group, and they are also here right now. Please look at them. Hello. They are also performing in this grand ceremony here, and they are waiting for their turns to perform on the stage. Let's talk to them a little bit. Hello， 你们怎么都把面具戴上了 ？Why you're all wearing the masks？ 你们可以把面具摘一下吗？
那个不好意思打断一下，就是我们这边马上直播了，待会儿你们会。
我们也在直播，我们会出去啊。你们现在在等表演。你第几个上场啊？第一个。好厉害！你几点开始呢？哦，怎么样？这2天排练的怎么样？哦，团长好。So this is the leader of the group, and he is also the inheritor of the Tibetan Opera in the Muya area. 老师可以给我们介绍一下您这个面具吗？And asking him to tell us something about the special mask he is wearing.
这个是江格拉巴。江格拉巴是第一场，就是演习的第一场，就是出场就是看这个造型。
杨格拉巴。
江格拉巴。这上面就是展示球吧。微信跳完了展示球吧。
对，我们上次已经看过了。今天的面具比之前的更漂亮了，是吧？但是这个已经不是真的山羊毛，对吧？
不是。
我们上次看到的是真的山羊毛。
有山羊的。所以这是一点。
He told me that this mask is called Jashishuba, and in the traditional Tibetan opera performance, it has 3 chapters. The first one is to tell the story of who founded the Tibetan opera. And according to the legend and the history, yes, the legend and the history, the Tibetan opera was founded by a person called Kangding City, right? Yeah, Kangding City. And he was a monk in a famous temple in the Tibetan area. And when he was very young, he lived in a small village, and he lived a very poor and diligent life. So after he grew up and became famous a little bit, he would like to build bridges for his own people. And but he doesn't have enough money to do that. So he chose to form a Tibetan opera team by 7 beautiful ladies to circle around the villages to raise the fund for building the bridges. So the Kangding City became a symbol of the Tibetan opera, and in every Tibetan opera, the first chapter is Kangding City coming on the stage and telling people, and means that he is the founder of the the Tibetan opera. But the special mask here is Zhaxi Xuba, and Zhaxi Xuba is a very typical character in the Muya area, in the Kangding area. So the Zhaxi Xuba is the announcer of each opera, each chapter in the Muya Tibetan opera. 他就是给那个大家给每一个藏系的，就是章节来报幕的，对吧？所以咱们木雅地区的人就是让他来充当那个唐东节部的角色，在第一章的时候来出来表演，对吧 ？So 唐东节instead of using 唐东节部。The Tibetan opera in Muya area are using Yangalaba as their the main character in the founding. So and it also has a very special mask is Zhaxi Xuba. 可以给我们介绍一下Zhaxi Xuba吗？This is Zhaxi Xuba, and he is shown as in the third chapter of the Tibetan opera, standing to pray for good fortune and happiness for everyone. And his hair and beard is all white, and he doesn't have any tooth in his mouth. That representing he is an old man. 对吧？就是他是一个老人，是祈福的老人，对，是在最后一幕的时候上来表演，对。But this Tibetan opera performance is not very the most traditional one. The most traditional Tibetan opera can be performed 2 days or 3 days or even 8 hours. They are going to go on the stage. We have to leave them for preparation, and they will. But in order to get more suitable for the modern performance, the Tibetan opera are adopted into different versions, and they are performing rather short versions that only conclude the first chapter and the last chapter. That means in that chapter have lots of dancing, steps, and singings. But in the second chapter can be really long. It contains lots of monologue and single singings. And the tone are really special here in Tibetan opera, and it's very like calling the animals, very traditional and ecological virgin voices. You have to listen in a minute. 丁珠，你之前有看过藏戏的对吧？你很了解的。
藏戏的话，我之前就是老家表演我是看过，但是它很多那种细节部分我怕我说到了就说错，所以说因为年纪原因啊，然后我个人我觉得我了解的还是不够好。对。
Look at there are some yaks. They are also the members of the Tibetan opera group we just met there. And hi, Aru. This is Aru, my friend Aru. We met the day before yesterday, and he is also the intangible culture inheritor of the Garzê Tibetan Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture. 阿如，你今天演的是什么？
我今天演的是开幕。开幕里头呢就是牦牛，他们讲嘎了，给他抓起吧，一票要结束的时候，我们演过这个，我们演过
2只牦牛，
两头牦牛两边超过来，就这个样子的。
They are part of the prologue show, and at the end of the first chapter of the performance, and the 2 yaks, very special Tibetan animal, will come on the stage. 你可以给我们介绍牦牛吗？我昨天看到就觉得很可爱，然后它摸起来的感觉就像是真的牦牛。It feels like a real yak because it is made of the yak's fur.
好的。
这个是真的牦牛毛做的，对吧？
毛是真毛的。
对。这个要怎么穿 ？They are going to prepare for the performance. It's about to start. So cute. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, but you're energetic. We can also see that here are lots of tents around the residents in Kangding and nearby people. They're climbing the mountain with their family members. And also the stage over there. So many people. A grand ceremony. 你小时候的4月8跟现在你小时候的4月8有什么区别吗？
小时候的话，因为我老家的话离得我们康定市是比较远的，然后大家也知道，小时候的话可能交通也不太方便，然后来过康定的次数也不是很多，然后我就跟我外公来过一次，我当时记得就是其实也没有像这样，我们当时的话这边也会有晒佛啊什么之类的，然后当时的话我记得也是有藏戏和锅庄这类的表演。然后我当时觉得这个节目真的好盛大呀，真的好喜欢啊这样的感觉。然后现在的话，我已经没来，已经有5、6年了。然后5、6年之久来参加这一次，我觉得跟以前还是一样，还是我们喜欢的样子。对，
还是记忆中那个
对，还是记忆中的跑马山。对
，Yes， 跑马山activity. Birthday of the Buddha has sustained thousands of years, and Dingzhu told me when she was small she went to horse racing mountain, and there is also the likely activities also have the Tibetan opera performance and the Guozhuang dancing and other things such as putting a grand, spectacular Tangka painting of the Buddha on the sun. Because this year, because of the pandemic, the temple are not available for ordinary peoples to come in. It's not for ordinary peoples to come in the temple. So the Buddha, the Tangka, putting the Tangka under the sun, this activity are cancelled this year. If they still have that activity, you will see a grand Tangka, very delicate painting of the Buddha in the Tibetan area here at the Nanmo Temple, a very famous Tibetan religious temple in the Sichuan and Tibetan area here. 对，以前这个晒佛也是非常隆重的，对吧？
对，非常隆重。
它是会在南默寺晒，是不是？
我们晒佛吗？
对，你看到晒佛是在南默寺。The temple are mostly built on the mountains, but the Nanmo Si is really close to the city. It's the higher ground of the city, so it's not in the actual mountains, but it's still the high land of the mountain. 那我在想，就是藏族的话，它是对一些山和山上的水都是很敬畏的，对吧？
对，因为我们有个歌就是 知道吧？就是转山、转水、转佛塔。对，所以说我们比较有特殊的节日的话，我们都是会去转山呀，然后我们会去转佛塔，因为我们佛塔都是在山上嘛，也是有在没在山上的也是有的，但是佛塔大部分都是在山上的。然后我们山上的水都是很清的，所以说我们会称之它为圣水，所以我们也是不会去污染它之类的。对。
山上是因为这个大山可以给我们提供各种的生活的需要，所以这个山是被我们敬重为
神山。对。
Dingzhu told me that in Tibetan beliefs, 我们往前走一下吧。In Tibetan beliefs, the mountains are and the rivers flowing down the mountains are holy mountains and holy waters, because in Tibetan area most of people are living rely on the mountains and the grassland on the mountains. So it's basically they can get everything they need in the mountain. For example, the yaks can feed on the mountains. Here, the yaks can feed on the mountains, and they can also grow crops on the mountain. They can have waters on the ground on the mountain, and hunting. They can get their needed proteins on the mountain. So the mountain became a holy place for them. So in Tibetan religions, they have built some Tibetan pagodas on the mountains, and when there are special activities, special occasions, the Tibetan people will go circle the pagodas, the mountains, to pray for good fortunes and health. 所以围绕着一个佛塔在转，其实是我们藏族特有的这种仪式。
对，我们转山的话，就是都是早上去转山。
走一下，再往那边走一下吧。我们这好像背景人太多了，走吧。早上转山。So the performance is about to start, and we can find a good spot to admire the performance. 我们再去看一下小马吧。
在这里休息。
So circling a certain mountain and certain temple and pagodas are very ritual thing for Tibetan people. 除了转山，还有这个转经轮也是可以转的，是吧？我发现有很多就是西藏这个祈福方面都是用一些转的方式，对吧？我们
就是如果是你没有时间去转山或者是什么的话，我们还会转经筒，都是有的。然后一般比较重要的日子，比较隆重的日子的话，我们是从早上就开始，或者是很早我们就起来，然后就开始爬山去转山，对，然后又转了一圈，然后又回到我们的原点，就像是画上了一个句号一样。对，
我们往这边走一下，你往这边。Dingzhu told me, and really special and the holy sacred days, they will 从这边走，看一下这个锅庄。In really special days, they will going circle around the mountain from the morning to the evening. And if they don't have enough time to go and circle the mountain, in wheel, it can be held in hand, or it has different sizes. The large one can be on the ground like this height, or even larger in the temple. People, when they are visiting the temples, they can touching the wheels and the scriptures on the wheel can they believe the scriptures on the wheel will be read once if you are willing it one circle. 对，其实这个经筒上面
对，里面都是有装有记了。一遍都是有很多，你转一遍的话，你也就相当于你已经念了肯定念了很多遍的，就一样。
对，是非常的 高效的一种祈祷的方式，
对吧
She told me that if you are using the wheel when you are going circle the mountains, it's a very effective way to pray for good fortune because one circle of the wave, one circle of the pray wheel, it has many times of saying the prayers. 那我们去那边郭庄看一下吧，走过去。Dingzhu is going to show us the performance of her hometown,
老家人
Guozhuang dancing, a special Tibetan dancing. 可以跟他们，你认识他们的吧？
啊，都是老家
那
人。
打个招呼。
那俩，
你们现在要去表演了吗？
不这岁，不这岁。
哦，我们一起跟他们一起走吧。加油 ！OK, let's follow them. 可以给我们介绍一下，就是他这个衣服还有帽子吗？
我们这些都是
稍微往前一点。拍到他们，也拍到我们。
肯定你们有看到我们男性的服装的话，肯定比女性的
介绍一下
简单一点。对，
你过来一下，给我们观众朋友展示一下吧。
Hello，
你叫什么名字？
彭登。
哦，
彭登。
你们是认识的吗？
对。
哦，是从小就一起玩。
隔壁村的。
哦，
住得特别近。然后我们一般木雅郭庄的话，都是会邀请到他们村上的来表演。然后我上来的时候，我就在想，这次会不会是他们来表演？没想到真的是他们。
This is Dingzhu's friend from her neighboring village, and every grand ceremony, the Kangding City will invite a very professional and typical Guozhuang dancing group to perform in the city. So she told me when she was coming to this horse racing mountain, she was thinking that if they are coming. So after she arrived, it is them. It's the most famous Guozhuang dancing group here in this area. 你可以给我们讲一下你这个衣服还有帽子吗？
大家共同的介绍到那里边。其实这些帽子和我们衣服的话，都是我们以前很老的一些，对，很老的一个服装。这些的话已经有反正有很久的历史了，就是从很多的话我们会是从上面传下来的，然后现在的话，因为我们都很发达嘛，然后也可以自己做，而且它这个是纯羊毛做的。
可以离近一点看。She told us that his robe is made of the wool of the goat， 山羊毛对吧？
对。
Wool of the goat， 摸起来手感还是it's full， has special texture， 就是有点软软的，但是也有点扎手，
有点
是吧？
因为对，以前的话，我们这种服装都是我们自己手工做的。对。现
在呢，这个是
现在就，这个是讲究它这些也是手工做的，所以说有点粗糙，但是因为是从就是有很多历史了嘛，然后我们平常有什么隆重的节日，我们才会穿这些服装。一般的话就是我们比如说在家做什么活呀，或者是什么的话，我们是不舍得拿这些穿出来的，对。
She told me that this kind of Tibetan robe is especially for special occasions, such as the Buddha's birthday, the Zhuan Shan festival here, and if they have to do their daily work, so they the clothes are put in another way, so they have other clothes for daily routines. 那这个衣服是可以，其实这边袖子也穿上来了，对吧？
对，其实两只袖子也可以穿下来，甚至你可以把两个袖子都脱下来。对，如果是我们在干活或者是肢体的动作比较大的话，我们可能会把袖子放下来，然后我们动作就会稍微的放得开一点。对，
那这个也很暖和的。
很暖和，你可以看到这样一下。对，然后我们女性的衣服的话，可能穿着比他们稍微的更复杂一点。对。
She told me the special Tibetan robe. The Tibetan clothes can be worn in many ways, and he is wearing one sleeves. And if they are doing more bigger structures, they can put 2 parts down. 可以把两边都放下来给我们展示一下吗？ Yeah. The other parts just tie a knot here. Very convenient. 这个衣服其实很适合我们藏区的天气的，对吧？
对，对。我们冷的时候两只袖子都穿起来，然后稍微暖和一点，穿一只袖子。哎，如果说是很冷的话，我们把两只袖子都穿起来，保暖一点。对。
I don't know if you guys know are familiar with the atmosphere here at the plateaus, because it's in the high altitude area. The air are rather thin. The sun are really strong. So the difference of the temperature in a day can vary from 0 degree to almost 30 degrees. 对，在这里天气其实可以是一天之内0度到快30度都有的，是吧？
对，而且我们藏区的话，海拔比较高嘛，然后早晚温差是非常大的。所以说，这样的服装是非常适合我们这样的人穿。
Yes, so she told us that the special Tibetan robe, the many ways to wear the robe, it's suitable for the Tibetan atmosphere and Tibetan weathers. So if they are hot during the noon, they can wear their robes like this, putting 2 parts down. And if it's cold in the morning, they can wear it this way, putting 2 parts on, and it's more warm. 跳锅庄的时候，我看好多人都是围着一团火在跳的，是不是？
对，而且他们不像是这样，因为穿上全部袖子的话，可能有点笨重啊。然后他们会把一只袖子脱下来，然后就是男生站一半，女生站一半，然后我们就像是对唱一样，他们男生唱一段，然后女性唱一段那样，然后围着一个圈圈转。
So I was asking them when they are dancing the Guozhuang dance, mostly are in the evening. So the young boys and girls are circling around a pile of fire in the evening, and half of them are boys and half of them are girls. The boys will put 1 part of their robes down and make their gestures not so clumsy, and it's like a conversation, a dialogue of singing and dancing. 就是他在唱歌跳舞的时候，是你唱一句，然后我唱一句，你跳一段我跳一段这种。
对，那个如果那你今年都变么啥你这边？
我这今年都变么啥你这边？
就是
对那个么秋么你个么对那呢？么啥的这不？么啥你个么？
那你不是还在这边？
什么在？
他们今天准备了2段舞，然后就比如说前一段我们男生先唱的话，后面一段就是我们女生先唱。
Yes, after the male part are singing, the girl part will respond to them. 太热了，你还是脱下来一半吧。It's too hot, and put 1 sleeve down. 这穿藏袍是要人帮忙的吗？
不用帮忙，但是比较特殊嘛，今天日子。
其实这个 the sleeves are very long. 为什么这个袖子要做的这么长呢？I'm asking why the sleeves are so long. Dinju is helping me to translate into Tibetan language.
一般的话，就是我们一般穿藏装都是比较长的，然后可能主要是因为我们跳舞也是需要用到袖子嘛。等一下你们这边也会看到，他们跳舞都是甩着袖子这样跳。
对，我之前有看过，非常的好看。
然后我们把这个袖子脱掉也方便系嘛，是吧？太短的话我们系不上也不方便。
而且这个，不管什么样体型的人都可以穿得了，是吧？
可以穿。
They told me that why they're making the sleeves so long is it's more easy for them to not tie in front of the clothes, and it's also very beautiful when they're dancing. They are waving the slopes up to the sky. 你可以给我们展示一下怎么挥袖子的吗？ And asking him to show a little dance for us, dancing steps for us.
我们等一下，
你的朋友在笑你。
对啊。
等一下跳舞的话，也是自己唱自己跳那种。
哦。
边唱边跳的那种。
Oh, he told me Guozhuang dancing is singing along when singing so and dancing together. 那这个，我想问这个帽子是什么意思？我之前都没有见过。
帽子。
तो ताज़ा अगजे बगल पड़ेगा है ना ताज़ा इसमें अंदर देंगे
是那个节日的时候才会戴的吗？
我们这个就是什么婚礼呀，或是比较隆重的节日，我们才会戴帽子，也是这衣服也是的。
She told me the hat is especially for special activities such as weddings and the religious ceremonies.
然后这位是我们男性的舞蹈队队长。
He's the leading dancer of the male team. 但是我听说一句话，就是藏区的人会唱歌，会说话就会唱歌，会走路就会跳舞，是不是？你们是从小就一直在跳吗？
他们自己等一下要跳的舞也算是自学吧，因为上面就一代一代传下来，然后我们自己自然而然就学会了。对。
There is a saying goes like, in Tibetan people can sing as long as they can talk, they can dance as long as they can walk. So the village dancers, they are learning their steps from their ancestors, from their fathers, their grandfathers, and they're passing down the dancing steps generation by generation. 就是我们大概从什么时候就开始一直跳这个舞步？
我们
对这个过庄的历史大概有多长了？谁都说不清了是吧？
这很久很久，肯定是都已经有。我记得好像是就是根据我们专业的人就是一去研究，好像是有4000多年历史的，就是可能更早之前还是有的，只是我们还没有发掘出来。
是4000年前就已经有证据。
对。
Tibetan people are dancing and like 4,000 years ago, as record says. But the history can be longer, more than 4,000 years, because as long as their ancestors can remember, they are dancing the same steps.
然后我们刚刚他说的是，我们这个舞的话，以前我们文成公主那一代就已经是有了，然后就是我们老一辈的人学会了，然后一直传，就传到了我们这一代。可能我后面我们还是会传下去。
He told me the Guozhuang dancing in this Muya area, whereas Kangding City and the neighboring counties, and the dancing of the Muya, Guozhuang steps are descendant from the 7th century, the Tang dynasty, when Princess Wencheng are entering Tibetan area, and their grandfathers and their grandfathers learned the steps and pass the steps down to them, and they are willing to teach their offsprings the steps and the dancings, and to make sure that the special routines, the ritual thing or the folk dance can be carried on generation by generation. 你们我想问，就是其实这个脚步就是很多那个踏的动作是吧？就很多人说这个是西藏踢踏舞，国庄对，西藏踢踏舞，
多也没有那 们姐姐都早知道嘛简单啊，我没有那种很多菜的。
跟摩擦了，但我都跟那个给这是的说。
就是他们我们跳的舞啊，更老的话是舞步更柔美，然后我们发的音是更长的。对。
She told us the Muya Guozhuang dancing, the steps are more gentle, and it is different from another Tibetan tapping dance. 但是这个舞步的话，其实就是我看的一些其他人的介绍，就是比较适合高原的气候，就是跳一跳，真的会不冷，是吧？
我们郭庄的话，它其实也分很多种，但是今天他们跳的是不是那么激情的，他们跳的比较柔和一点，对，也有那种就像什么杆子踢踏呀，都有的，都是有的，对。
There are lots of different styles of the dancing in Tibetan area, and they are performing today is a more gentle one, and we can see their performance later on. And I think the performance is about to start. Let's go and check it out. 开始啦，走吧。I think we can sit on the ground like other people's. Oh, 你也坐下吧。Now we are sitting on the ground. 叫一下我们。Now we're sitting on the ground like the local people to enjoy, to admire the most special Tibetan opera performance. And this is the prologue of the Tibetan opera, the first chapter. Showing the Yangalaba is announcing the whole performance. This is their entrance to the stage.
今天他们跳舞的好像都是新东桥。
我们前天去
新东桥，他们离我还是有一点距离的。
We met the Tibetan Opera team the day before yesterday to see how they are rehearsing. So this is the official performance. So they are circling. They are standing in a circle and start dancing. 你可以看一下背面的表演。表演强
一般都是为主，然后是唱舞、诵、表白艺这样的一个，像是一个生活的一个。
这个属于他们的开场，对吧？Walking on the playing ground. The art is coming on the stage. Actually, in protecting the Tibetan opera, the temples are doing an important part.
牧雅山歌。
Oh, the songs of Muya. such as about
其实都是
是我们藏语的，因为我们藏对男女对唱情歌。
没跟我说嘛。
我们一起邀请二姐。
大家请
打招呼。
那谁跟我一起唱啊？
你帅哥行不行嘛？你跟康定就是。
所有参加康定4月8的朋友们，大家好！我们这次是以语音直播的方式向全国、全世界展现我们康定的美，然后展现我们这座城市的浪漫。那个有了零食，但是呢，我们带着零食，我们唱康定情歌啊。
好的，来，康定情歌。
溜溜的山上，一朵溜溜的哟。
淡淡溜溜的潮在康定溜溜的城哟，月亮弯弯，康定溜溜的城哟，你家溜溜的大姐，人才溜溜的好哟，张家溜溜的大哥。看上溜溜的他哟，月亮弯弯，看上溜溜的他哟，你来溜溜的看上，人才溜溜的好哟，二来溜溜的看上，回到溜溜的家哟。月亮弯弯，回到溜溜的家哟。月亮弯弯，回到溜溜的家哟。
大家4月8吉祥安康，
最后我们一起来跳舞好不好？
对，大家
跳过钟。来，一起来，我们来，我们邀请4位可以
大家都来嘛。
哎，不是这个吗？这个不是吧？
不是这个吧？还有这个，不是这个。等一下啊，下一个就可以了，是吧？下一个，先我们看一下，大家看一下。
都掉。现在跳的更加。Zhuan Dancing。 Actually, the people they're dancing, Muya, Guozhuang, are from the neighboring village. They're not professional dancers. They're just expressing their love for lives, their respect for their ancestors and their beliefs, using the most traditional and natural gestures to convey their feelings. Oh, I saw the one we've just spoke to. While they're dancing. Clothes for the girls are more delicate. In Tibetan, because the Tibetan people are very enthusiastic, and when the guests came to their hometowns, so they will present the white hada to their guests to show their welcome and respect. Leaving in the stage in that way. What an experience! The famous Tibetan artist is coming on the stage. She's inviting all of us with her. Joining the Guozhuang dance. it's not as easy as earlier. Also, people learning the folk dancing. Actually, this is my first time. Why everyone know this dancing steps?所有人都会跳这个舞步啊，
因为这个算是一个很老的国庄。
哦 She told me this is a very ancient dance, so everyone know the dancing steps.
这个舞蹈的话，我记得我是第一次参加春节的时候就开始在跳。
一会儿给我比个练习方式啊！我一会儿给我比个练习方式。
好好好。
It's quite easy if you follow the step for several times. You can also learn the dance. More and more people are joining us. Like a folk, it's a folk music. This is a folk dance in the Liu Liu Diao, special folk songs in that area, and it has a lot of. And following the steps, it has a lot of different popular word in the oral language of this area. And if you do want to have some meanings of this word, liu liu, that means a thin and long strip. It's also like the shape of the city. Actually, the Kangding City are built alongside the river of Zhuoduo, flowing down from the Zhuoduo mountain. The Zhuoduo mountain is about more than 4,000 meters above the sea level, and the river is because the city is building alongside the river, so the city itself is also very thin. So if you want to describe the city, you can use the word liu liu, and also it comes the liu liu diao. Liu liu diao means it's like the meaning to describe the city. And something the moon are also usually mentioned in the dance, in the song, because the moon is also a thin strip, while